You know what it is. Mac 357, Big Chuck, I see you. The Evening Experience, Funk Flex. I mean, you know what we about.
In the middle, and I know you know who he is. He's looking at that camera.
Okay. So we doing the radio thing and the video thing. That's all happening.
That's right. All live, all the time.
All the time,
Absolutely.
every week.
So right now you're looking at the one and only, the legend, the man, the myth. Everybody you want to know at this moment is sitting right here to my right. This is Funk Master Flex.
What's up, my brother? How are you?
I'm trying to be like you one day.
Now, I know you as your government, so I don't want to say.
Mac 357 right here, baby.
All right, see, what if I'd have slipped? You'd have been like, yo, see, I didn't want to slip, bro. It's a good thing I asked.
Please don't slip. Please don't slip.
It's a good thing. You'd have been like, yo, why you doing that, right?
Yeah. So right now, just to let you know, there's a lot of people in the studio. We got Miss JoJo in the building. The one, the fly, the only Miss JoJo.
Yeah, my little sister in the building. Shout out Veronique one time.
We have another young man. Mr. Flex's son is in the building.
Shout him out one time.
Hunter, yeah.
Hunter is in the building.
Hunter is definitely in the building.
And I love the Snapchat videos. I love them. I love the Instagram videos. I get to watch you all the
Am I
time.
following you on the gram?
No.
See, hit me on the dance here, because I was like, I didn't know you was on the gram. Okay.
Yeah, I put up the pictures, the flyers, everything.
Yeah. I'm following you now.
But just to let you know, this man is not only a legend. When I tell you somebody that goes way back who actually studied their craft and done great things, this man started DJing when he was 16 years old.
Correct. Yes, I was 16. What 16 put you in what grade? That's 10th?
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, I was in 10th grade. I remember I was in 10th grade and I bought some turntables from 3rd Avenue and 149th when it was for people from the Bronx. That used to be all like places where you bought equipment.
That's right.
And my dad used to give me $4 a day for lunch.
Okay.
Okay.
This is keto. With the $4, every 2 days I could buy 2 copies. So if I save my $4 from Monday and my $4 from Tuesday, I could go down to the record store.
That's right.
$3.99 or $8, and I get 2 copies. So then I was able to get, whatever hot song was out at the time. Which I remember, the first song I ever bought was Davey DMX.
Okay.
One for the Treble. I remember that.
But my question to you is, what started you in the game? What made you want to be a turntable master? What made you want to be that guy?
If anybody doesn't lie to you or tell you the truth, is you try everything.
Okay.
For sure.
I was offbeat with the breakdance. I didn't have like that thing with breakdancing.
Okay, pop lock.
Because I didn't start I wasn't a good dancer.
Okay.
And then I wasn't good at writing lyrics. You go through it. You try everything.
Right. Yes, sir.
And then graffiti, I was never like I wanted to be one of those elements of hip hop. DJ, graffiti, breakdancer, or rapper. So as it all started to flush out, I was like, this DJ thing is kind of like mechanical. I might be able to do that until I can get my other skills together.
That's what's up.
So that was like, I looked up to, I want to be, let me see, there's people I heard of and people I saw. I heard of Bambaataa.
Okay.
I heard of Flash.
Okay.
I seen Breakout.
Okay.
And I was a very huge fan of the Cold Crush 4.
Kool Herc.
Kool Herc I knew of
Okay.
because he had the record store where he worked on
Right.
Boston Road.
Right.
So I knew of him, but I never seen him in action. So the Cold Crush was the tapes. I used to have the Cold Crush tapes, and because I had a connect, if you had the newest Cold Crush tape, the older kids would gravitate to you.
That's what's up.
So I would have the most recent, the best I could, Cold Crush Brothers tape. So that gave me in with the guys that were like 4 or 5 years older than me. And then, so I looked up to Charlie Chase and Tony Tone because they were really steady. They were funky and they were steady and they had flair, and the rappers always talked about them as DJs. So I knew of Jazzy J and I knew of Grand Wizard Theodore and WizKid, but those were like legends to me that I knew of.
Okay.
I didn't see them play.
So the next thing I'm gonna ask you about, or should I say, bringing it forward. Now, a lot of people don't know you put out a few mixtapes, Funk Volume 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, if
And I
I'm
had
not
tapes before
mistaken, all of them went gold.
Yes, all of them were gold. One went platinum. I think the Tunnel of Volume 4 went platinum. But the tapes, the tapes was kind of an accident. I went to Japan once.
I want an accident like that, just to let y'all know.
I went to Japan, and I went in a store, and they were selling the tapes of me on the radio, and I heard the tape, and I remember the tape, and I remember that day, and I was like, I had a cold that day,
Okay.
and I didn't feel I was at my best on the set. So I said, I think I'm my manager at the time. I said, I want a good representation of what I am on the set. Because those early albums was really me licensing records and cutting them up.
Right.
And then it was a couple new records mixed in the beginning. So that was really, and then I think I was on Nervous Records at the time, and I had a couple singles that sold 100,000. And then I remember BMG, which at the time was RCA. I don't know if they had Wu-Tang yet.
No,
Maybe
I don't think at the time when you came out,
I don't
they
think
had
they
them
had-
just yet.
They didn't have, I don't think they had them yet. And I signed. The guy gave me 40 grand. I remember. And he gave me 40 grand to do the deal. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I never told the story. BMG and Loud really gave me 40 grand to play their records. That's what they thought they were doing. So they were like, we're going to sign him to a label deal, and we're going to sign him as an artist,
Right.
and cut him this money, and now we can always pick him up on the phone and he'll play the records. So when I actually went in the studio, they were asking me, well, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm naive. I'm thinking you think I'm a good artist. So I went in and I started to record. And then I remember when I wanted to open the budget, they were like, you want to open the budget? I said, yeah, I want to record. I have ideas. I want to make songs. So we made it. You know, shout to Steve Rifkin, because Steve Rifkin was always behind me. But
Right.
I think I did it. I turned it in. But I'm so naive. They're running me around saying, you know, today's your album release week. So I didn't know what that meant. I'm running around. I'm doing radio. 1 week goes by, and then the BMG people came and they brought me food and fruit and cheese. And they said, you know, oh, this is great. This is great. This is great. I said, what's great? They said, well, you sold 20,000 records this week.
There you go.
Wow.
So,
okay.
but don't get it twisted. The 20,000 was not a big release week. They didn't
Okay.
even expect me to move one. But what happened is I kept selling 25,000 and 25,000 and 25,000. It may have got up to 40, and then it went gold.
Right.
Now, it goes gold, my first album. But because they thought I was going to be a biscuit, they only signed me to 2 albums. So now the second, no, I'm sorry. The first album didn't go gold. Sorry. The first album did 400,000. The second one now, I do 65,000 the first week. Russell Simmons gives me a call, congratulates me.
Okay.
And I didn't understand what all that meant. So the label's taking me out to dinner, and they're just being super, super nice, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking, what's happening? At some point, somebody says to me, hey, you know, they only signed you for 2 albums. Now, most of the time you get signed for 5, so I know you wasn't checking for me.
Right.
It said, they only signed you for 2. They want to sign you for 3 more. They don't know how to tell you that they only signed you for 2 albums. So I said, you know, I'm fine. Put it together. Let's do it. But shout out to Steve Rifkin. But that was how that's how that came about. It wasn't a plan. It was an accident. I just wanted to shoot a video to get more DJ gigs.
Okay.
I didn't understand the record selling part until later.
Okay. So as the time went on, what's your question, Big Chuck?
My question for you is, first of all, nice to meet you.
Oh, how are you?
For sure.
Are you from the Bronx?
Nah, I'm from Yonkers.
What part?
South side. I live on Glenwood
All right.
or Warburton.
I used to live on 309 North Broadway.
Okay, that's up the
Glenwood
street.
and on the corner.
Yeah. My question for you is, so me and him, we go back and forth between the current state of hip hop. I just wanted to get your 2 cents about how you feel about the current state of the game, who you think is going to be,
Oh, I love it.
you know, the people or the artists to carry it on, and all that.
You know, I can make a perfect example. You know, hip hop. Okay, well, when I was young, you know, way back when, it was
Real rappers.
well,
Here he go.
Did I say that out loud? My bad.
no, you know what it is?
Hey, don't get me started,
To your
man.
time period is what's real to you.
Yeah.
So where Cold Crush Brothers was real to me, Sugar Hill Gang wasn't real to me because it was from
Okay.
Jersey. But Cold Crushers and Grandma and Fantastic Five, that was real to me.
Right.
So and Curtis Blow and
Yes.
every Love Bug Starsky, everything that came with that. So in my era, Crash Crew was the cool. They were on mini bikes on the cover.
Right.
That looked like street money. You know, like so that was cool to me.
Right.
But you know, the thing that we sometimes lose track of is what's cool to a kid now. That's his cool.
Right.
So at some point, I had to abandon that, and then I started to like Mantronics and Donald D and KRS-One and MC Shan. That's still a different era.
Right.
This is real hip hop artists he's calling out.
then-
I know you don't know who they are.
And
but-
then I'm at a different
there you
age
go.
now. So now,
There you go.
what was there for me at 12, now maybe I'm 15, 16. Those artists are different.
Right.
And it progresses. Rakim, Kane,
Yes.
you know, Tribe Called Quest. It just
Yes.
progresses. So I do respect the kid who Little Yachty is his hip hop.
Right.
You know, whatever he's talking about, he's relating. You know, my era, they weren't talking about a phone or an email or Snapchat me or FaceTime,
Right.
but he's talking that talk on that record and he relates to that kid.
Right.
So we got to be all right with that. Now, I'll keep it a buck. I'm a chameleon. I don't look at specific artists. I look at as a DJ because I'm on the radio in the clubs. What resonates with that kid? So if my son likes Humpty Dumpty, I'm gonna play Humpty Dumpty the best.
There you go.
You know.
Okay.
I think that's how. So I am not this. Look, Kendrick, Cole.
Yes.
That's the core.
Right.
You know, they're not the ones selling the most. Kind of. You know, Drake sells a lot. That like. All of those things are okay, and I'm not mad at it. It makes me feel good. I love the era. I really like, you know, I like A Boogie. I like French Montana. I like Don Q. I like Snoopy De Niro.
Yep.
You know, I like Young M.A. You know, those are like my Dave East. I'm a very big Dave
Yeah,
East
for
fan.
sure.
Like that stuff is where that's what's key for me. That's
ne-
my preference.
Okay.
Well, the reason why I'm saying that is because, and not to cut you off, but the reason why I'm saying that is because when you have an artist that comes out and says, "I know I'm better than Biggie," and he said, and I quote, "I never really listened to him, but I know I'm better than who he was."
Now, was that Yachty or was
Or
that
Yachty.
Was,
Yes. And I would like take your little boat and go somewhere because you a little yacht. Trust me, Biggie could fill a big yacht.
And I was being a dick to him when that was going on. Absolutely. But if I had to describe, because I have talked to Yachty.
Okay.
But I don't want so. But if I had to describe what I think was going on, I think there's a certain amount of rappers who
Want press?
have learned to use social media as
Right.
an extreme marketing tool.
Right.
I think before it was about letting people know what you have going on.
Correct.
Now you can make a personality out of yourself online.
Oh yes.
So I think Yachty was
Soldier Boy did it. You?
yeah. I think Yachty was I love the way he makes his brand happen in social media.
Yes.
I want
Okay.
to say that first.
Okay.
I think rappers like Yachty, they see bars is a scary thing for people. You know what it's like? Cut up, catch the record real fast, and do it like the extreme thing as a DJ.
Yes.
Of where it began. So I can maybe just play a record for an hour and not cut up or show any technique. but I know if somebody tries to show off in front of me,
Right.
I can then
Handle it.
encounter.
Right.
Yes. Now I think some artists like Yachty, they don't have bars.
Correct.
So they think they can use social media to downplay bars.
Right.
So to say Notorious B.I.G. is overrated,
Crazy.
it is, but the real bad part is, it's like if I say Grandmaster Flash, I want to use it here. If I say Grand Wizard Theodore is overrated, now me as Flex,
Right.
I cannot do everything that Grand Wizard Theodore does.
Yeah.
I am not talented enough to wear handcuffs and DJ behind my back.
Right.
So I'm not going to say that's overrated because I can't do it. Now, if you can do it and do it as good as and a little better, then you could say it's overrated
Right.
for him. Now, I don't think Yachty can write like Biggie.
No, you
But-
can't.
But see, if we remember, during Biggie's time, the only way to express yourself or to be heard or to gain respect was through those speakers. You didn't have social media.
True.
Or a radio interview.
True.
Or BET if you went up to see Tigger, or you went to MTV to see somebody at Lover and Dre.
Right.
So these younger generation, which is great, they have an outlet to set up the bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, blasey, 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 blah, 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 this, that.
Right.
So that when the album come, you go, well, and then now, think about it. Before his album came, he was already saying that Biggie's not this and not that. But
Right.
people have those type of opinions. It's just that in social media now it gets heard. So I do like Yachty. I do like what he stands for. I do like how he handles himself in social media. And I like what he does. That part of it I do like.
Well, some of the other processes that young people take, you know, for avenues to progress or to show their talents, or, you know, there are very few that I know. Kendrick can definitely, if he needs to throw out bars, can.
Absolutely.
Cole can definitely spit if he needs to spit.
Absolutely.
But some of these guys that he listens to,
Okay.
Who you like?
Future,
Yeah.
Mumble's man, I call him Future's past.
Uh-huh.
To me,
I like
you know,
Future.
Yeah, I don't like the future. I like the past.
Well, what category we see?
So, all right, wait, hold on.
I'm making jokes. Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
wait.
But see, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I'm gonna relate it to you. Rakim,
Yes.
right? Now I'm gonna say a name to you.
Fire.
Audio 2.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
So we've always had.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
but kids sometimes put Rakim and Audio 2. If you're 35 and you wasn't there, you think Audio 2 and Rakim is the same thing.
Right.
But it's different. Like it's a different. There's bars and you know, Milk D didn't have that. He was a little gimmicky,
Right.
a little funny.
Right.
But that, you know, that's what this is now. And I'm not saying Future's gimmicky. What I'm saying is Kendrick is what Kendrick is and J. Cole is. And I want to put Drake in that category a little
Yes.
bit. I don't want to like leave him out.
Sandals are plenty. Shout out to him.
Sandals are official. No, you know what it is. And I know that he doesn't write every, you know. Whatever.
Yeah, he doesn't spit
But he can.
On command.
He can spit. But I think that,
with a phone.
you know, Future is. I like anything that makes people dance.
Right.
Yes.
But if you tell me if you're asking me what it consists of, I'm gonna always be honest. Now,
Right.
for some reason, Future I think has bars. I think he doesn't use them.
Oh my goodness.
No. I don't think he uses them.
only
I have
bars-
not heard anything where he expresses the bars, but there are people who've told me that he comes from bars.
You're
like
right.
writing.
He goes to the bar and get a cocktail. He goes to the bar and get a.
see, look, this is why we go back and forth.
Calamari.
Hey, this is why we go back and forth,
I'm
man.
just saying.
He
I'm just
he not respecting the game. He not respecting.
I
his
can't
game.
respect
I think
the
people
game.
Respect him.
You
don't.
can respect him in the sense that the man is definitely making money in his craft.
Where do you put him with Kendrick and Cole?
You can't do it.
I don't see me. I put them in different categories. So like the Futures, the Young Thugs, all those dudes are in
Which
one.
category means more?
Oh,
The one day where you can really rap.
If you want to put it that way, the bars, of course, they're gonna mean
And the
more.
only reason I feel it means this really means more is I feel like Kendrick can do what Future does, but can Future do what Kendrick does?
True.
That's where I think it. Now, I'm not saying he can't,
Right.
but I don't know.
We can only
But,
find.
I
We
mean,
find
I
out.
think they're great artists. I think it's a great artist. I don't know if. I know I use the word mumble rap a lot, but I don't know if it's they're not mumbling. The kids understand exactly what's being said.
He don't understand nothing. I don't know what's
I
going
think
on.
the kids. I think the word mumble rap is starting to stick because people know that those rappers don't like to be called that.
Right.
But I don't think that they're mumbling. I think that they're, I use the term.
Right.
I use it sometimes. I'm not referring to anyone specific, but
So this is part of the segment where I want to play something. If we can have the DJ pump it up real quick. I want to pump up one of Flex's joints from back in the day. And I want you to tell me right then and there when you actually listened to that song, what was going through your mind? Like, what made you pick that person? Because I know you work with a lot of artists. You work with Eminem. You worked with so many. I can't even. You worked with
That was a long time
Redman.
ago.
You worked with Cool G. You worked with a ton of people. But my thing is, what was in your mindset when you put these albums together? Where did you? It's more or less like a chessboard where you were putting the pieces together. What were you going for? Artists who were hot at that time, or were you going for content, lyricism?
I always wanted feel car. I always base the albums and DJing and whatever I'm doing on. I'm always thinking of people in the car.
Right.
Okay.
That's how I'm always envision. Or in certain records, I envision the nightclub, but most of the time, I envision the car. Because that's how I used to. When I was a kid, I used to listen to Red Alert and Chuck Chill Out and Marley Marl and Wendy Williams and Jeff Fox and what was the morning show? Ken Webb, the Wake Up Club.
Yes.
Wake Up Show. Wake Up
Yes.
Club, Wake Up Show. And Mama Montego. That's some real old man shit, bro.
For those who don't remember who Mama Montego is, she used to talk like this. Hello, darling.
Yeah. And then Kiss FM used to give the colors of the day.
Yes.
Today, everybody wears burgundy and gray.
That's right.
They come to school, everybody get on the burgundy and gray. Like, I listen to the radio.
Yes.
See what that meant some British walkers, some overlaps. That also meant a mock neck and a Kango. I just gave you a hip hop starter kit
Yeah.
for you. That was or the white Pumas, leather Pumas with the fat laces.
Yes.
Or the Adidas with the fat laces, preferably white
Shell
on
tops.
white, yet shell
I
toe.
got 3 pairs of those.
No, the original shows up.
Or you remember when the suede Pumas came out? That was a big deal. The gray with the blue stripe.
Yes.
The leather bomber, the peacoat. Okay, the shearling and the sheepskin. That is how it was popping off.
So right now we're gonna pump up that joint with Eminem that you had.
Oh, okay.
And
Tell the truth on how this record came about.
please, I just wanted to know, like that joint.
It was a couple pieces to it. I don't remember who did the beat. I don't remember the credits of who did the track. But Dr. Dre, well, I knew Dre from when he hot, cold, whenever he was going through whatever he's going through. And Dre came to see me once. What's that record still? If you look, I'm in that Still DRE video.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Dre was surprised that I liked the record so much. The Still DRE.
Okay.
So he came up to bring me the record. I played the record that night, and it was originally all of those vocals he has was just like a drop for my mixtape. It was
Wow.
just a drop, an acapella drop. I got the beat, and the producer took what he did and made a hook out of it. Then we sent it to Eminem. And to keep it a buck, I think, because I knew Paul Rosenberg, I knew Eminem's manager, but I think we told M, and M, don't get mad at me. I said, look, I got this beat. Dre already laid his vocal.
And M being who he is a competitive dude.
He dropped his vocal too. He dropped his vocal. That was a big record for me. I was Tunnel, I think.
Speaking of drops, though, I need to know this. I've been listening to you. I can remember growing up as a kid on Hot 97. You always spinning at night, especially on the weekends. You have Fire Mix, that David Letterman drop. What's the story behind
Yes.
that? What's the story behind that?
David Letterman was actually shitting on me. I'll tell you what he said. Rosie Perez. Showing my age, right? Rosie, she was the hottest thing smoking at the time.
Yes, she was.
And she went on Letterman, and I think even though I was doing the tunnel, I used to do the Palladium. I used to do the tunnel on Sunday night, and I used to do the Palladium on Friday night. And on Friday, it was called Flex's House. And I think she said to Letterman, David Letterman, you know, on Friday night, Funkmaster Flex night, he says, sure. I bet it's hard to get into that. And then at the time, there was a guy who worked at the station. Because I didn't see it come on. He says, hey, I saw something. I edited it if you want to use it. And then I used it from there. But I met him a couple times and quite a few times.
Now, before this man gets ready to
I
go,
remember that, too.
I'm going to let y'all know this man is not only a legend, he does so much for the hip hop community. He's a hip hop historian. This man has stories upon stories upon stories that we love to hear. And hopefully this won't be the only time that we see Mr. Flex.
For sure.
We definitely have him back another time when he's available. But I just wanted to bring the legend in the building to expound on what hip hop is, what the legacy is, what he's left on the tables, and still to this day, this man has been in the business, if you didn't know, for over 33 years.
I think the first time I got on the radio was, I feel like it was 80. I'm gonna give you the exact. 87. 87.
Wow.
Maybe 87. Well, I got my own show, but 87 was the first time I ever played on the radio.
And that was the first one at WBLS, or was it at 98.7?
It was at Kiss.
Kiss FM, yes.
Because Chuck couldn't come in one night. I remember. I still have
Listen.
that tape.
Listen, I want to thank you for coming in. I want to
Anytime,
thank
we're
you,
here.
and I appreciate you. Like I said, this is my brother from another mother.
I'm glad I didn't give up your government today.
Thank you, I appreciate
That'd have been
that.
bad. I got to go. My government's Aston Taylor.
Yes.
Don't worry. I dropped this government a couple times.
Yes.
It's all good.
If the government's looking for me, I left the money at the office. All right. So once again, we want to thank Funkmaster Flex for being in the
Sure.
building. If we can clap it up for this man real quick.
Drop a
you.
bomb. Drop a bomb
Had a
for
good
him,
time.
please.
So we want to thank him, but he is on his way out. But he will be back, and at another
Whenever's
time
good.
we can
We
do it.
here.
All right.
We in the Bronx.
Yes, sir.
All right, baby.
You're clear on the Valley Park. You know what that means down the block, right?
Nah,
No, you don't.
I don't. You gotta holler at me about that.
That's Africa Bambaataa. That's WizKid. That's Park Jams. Happened in that Valley Park.
Okay.
Battles, all type of very instrumental for hip hop. Right down the street.
One more thing before you leave. Your birthday is 3 days after mine.
So you're Leo.
I'm a Leo for sure.
So much.
So you throwing a party?
Oh, absolutely. Couple.
Where you gonna be? You gonna be
boat
at?
ride. We got the boat ride cracking. We got a couple things cracking. The boat ride, a couple clubs, Stage 48. We got a couple things. This is a big one. This is a big one for me.
Check out that
What a
Funk
big
Flex
birthday.
app. And inflexwetrust.com. Check that out as well. Just to let you know, Funk Flex app is fire. It has so many different hits, so many different genres of music. And he's definitely DJing the hell out of that app. So go in, download it, make sure you get it in. All right?
Sure.